ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You gotta put your thingy on.
How did you do that?
Huh?
How did you do that?
It has a magnet.
Oh.
My coffee getting cold.
Because of him.
It's the Ville Show. It's the Ville Show. It's the Ville Show.
Welcome back to Coffee and Conversation.
Coffee and Convos with Ville.
Yeah, we're back at Peoplestown. We love it here.
It's our number one.
Yeah.
You're my number one.
And I have a cute setup for this.
Yeah. We've got a couple setups.
Right.
The other one we did in a different part.
Right. So today we're having banana nut.
Banana nut muffin. I wanted to switch it up because I had blueberry yesterday. And I did a vanilla latte with brown sugar cinnamon. Let's give it a try.
Wow. Where's that butter they usually give us for the
We ain't getting no butter today.
It's okay. It's already
I need the butter.
butter.
Thank you. Got our butter.
So Val wanted to talk about something that's is it going viral or a trend?
Well, I saw a video online on TikTok, and it's Kandi Burruss's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
She has herself, her daughter, and then she invited Tammy Roman and her daughter onto the show. And I did not watch the entire interview.
What franchise is Tammy in? Is she in the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Do you think Tammy is a Real Housewife?
I can't remember. That's why I'm asking you. I remember her face.
You've watched a whole season
Of what?
of Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives. Okay. There's so many.
We've watched it together. We've spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours watching.
So many different franchises. I can't keep
And
up.
you've never seen Tammy on Real Housewives.
Okay, so she is a basketball wife. Gotcha.
Yes. She dated a pro ball player, but when she got on, I think she was already divorced from him. But it turns out that she's been on a couple reality shows previous to Basketball Wives as well.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, what video did you see? What's going on? What's going on with the discourse?
She can't be there. Do you get what I'm saying? My girlfriend can't be there.
Why?
Exactly. There's moments that my people have. Thank you. Let's speak about it. Speak about it. Let's speak about it. And I knew not to even tell. I told her, but she knew. She was like, okay, I can't be there.
I got a question. With your other daughter, she's straight, right? Her boyfriends in the past. She's never been allowed to bring her boyfriends around.
She would be.
And why? What's the difference? Because
I love it. Now we're talking. What you did? You leaned in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
fair. Because there's something called
That is
confirmation
so her daughter.
bias, and when people think like you think or appear to be how you are, you're more drawn to those type of people. So my daughter is a heterosexual female. Confirmation bias allows me to accept whatever situation she's presenting versus not really understanding this moment. And so I got to take a
I
step
didn't
back
understand the
and figure out
confirmation
how
bias.
it works for me and how I can be comfortable in that moment, because there's something called mental health that we have to be
Not
concerned
something
about.
called mental health.
I got to be concerned about mine. Even though I'm trying to walk with her and love her, I still got to do what's right for me as well.
Okay, but you're not graduated. She is.
She's
not really
graduated.
about.
Okay, it's about.
Candy's face.
So.
Candy's matter of fact.
Clock it. So it's not your graduation. Your daughter is grown. She's an adult person. And she's using this word or this phrase, confirmation bias.
So what is the overall premise of the issue here? Tammy is on a podcast with Kandi. and the daughter brought up the fact that she can't bring her girlfriend to her graduation. And the mom, Tammy, is trying to give her reasons why it's that way.
Yes, so the topic came up about her daughter's sexuality. I guess her daughter dates women, and she has another daughter who does not date women. And that daughter is able to bring her male love interests to the house or around the family if they so choose, but her daughter who dates women is not allowed to do that same thing. And I think that this is a tale as old as time in black families. This isn't anything particularly new. But it was surprising to me when I first saw that clip. And as I was watching the clip, it was deeply disappointing to me. It almost made me emotional.
Really?
Because I think it's when you expected less from people, that is when it hurts more. So it's like
from certain people.
Yeah. So I didn't expect that from Tammy. I kind of saw her more so as kind of like a tell it how it is type of person, but also like
Progressive, more
cool
progressive.
and down to earth. But I guess she's got a bit of a blind spot in this area. But it's very similar to when we told Angelo's mother that we were getting married. And I remember that being so surprising and shocking to me, the response. And I think that's when it catches me off guard, is when I get upset, because it's just like, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Oh, when I saw it, I mean, I like in general to play devil's advocate anyway, but when I see something sensationalized on social media, I tend to dig a little bit deeper to see all angles, because it's like you get the initial, response, and then everybody's in the comments, but then there's the what if this is the case stuff. But in this situation, when I watched that, I was like, okay, so Tammy is communicating to her daughter that it's really not so much about the gayness. From what I've seen, the daughter has brought other girlfriends around her mom. This is not the first girlfriend to be around her mom, and her exes have pretty much traumatized Tammy. And she said that I think she said that in this interview, where she tried with an ex, and she ended up being the what did she call it? The psychologist for her daughter and the girl. And then when I looked up the ex, I was like, if Val would have brought anything other than me to his house to meet his mom and dad, it would be the same sort of like, let me take a step back. As a mom to her son and as a dad to his daughter, they're a little protective,
That's
who
fine.
you're bringing around into intimate spaces.
I picked a good person to bring home to my parents. Angelo is very well adjusted, normal. He's not ghetto, bangy. He's not over hyper flamboyant or anything like that. However, there's still limits to their love and to their embrace as it pertains to him, and we're going through it right now with our Thanksgiving trip, or trying to plan Thanksgiving. We want to go home to my hometown, Michigan, where my parents live, but although my father has accepted us, my mom is in the process of trying to process this, they still don't feel comfortable allowing Angelo and I to sleep there together in the same room. Like, they're open to us coming and him sleeping, me sleeping on the couch or him sleeping on the couch and
We just
one in the
learned
bed.
that too. We didn't think that was even possible.
I knew that,
Oh, I
but
didn't.
I didn't know. I didn't really get a chance to do that because my cousin, who recently got married, who is female, who married a male, they are staying with my parents, and they get the red carpet rolled out, and it's no issue. And those aren't even their kids.
They get to sleep together?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're married, and when you get married, and you can do that. But we're married, and we don't get afforded those same graces. So there's a root issue there, and that bias or that prejudice or that fear or that whatever it is something down there that won't move, and that is hard to process as a child.
I agree. But in the Tammy situation, what I'm getting from the conversation is that Tammy wants her daughter to make sure that who she's dating they're solid first.
So let's show the clip that you're talking about.
That's a long interview.
No, the clip with a girl on a date
Oh yeah.
with Tammy. So he found the clip. He showed me this clip.
It's a story. It's not that you seek me out.
No.
She seeked me out at the sought.
I've been doing that now too.
I'm really bad on that because I'm a little country girl.
I saw her at the premiere, but then we did it. But then she saw me afterward. And we just hit it off. Her chemistry was great. What you looking at me like that for?
Because when you said, I want you to come meet who I'm dating,
You thought I was going to be this loud child?
I thought he was going to be a guy. I thought after the last time that it would be a guy.
After the last time. So even that, she know her daughter gay. The gayness isn't the problem. It's who she's bringing to her mom. That she wants her mom to share these moments that should be peaceful moments with her daughter. The graduation is a very peaceful thing. Like, you want to just celebrate your baby. You don't want the ratchetness. You don't want the unsavoriness, of the drama that you're bringing in.
Yeah, so
That's the angle I feel like the mom is actually coming from. Is the girl that you're bringing around, are you locked in with that girl, or is just, just keep it away?
So parents retain the right to use their discernment as it pertains to their children's partners. That happens within heterosexual, cisgendered relationships across the board. However, if you never meet them, how can you discern that?
That's true, and they like to also compare the past ex with the present.
They don't do that with cisgendered people and straight people. If your son brought home a ratchet girl, your mom wouldn't be like, I don't know, last time you dated a girl, I don't know, I was kind of expecting you to switch it up and get a boyfriend this time because it don't work out with girls. All the girls you date are ratchet and all the girls you date are ghetto. You see how the logic doesn't line up? You can't say like, oh, just because you've dated women before, and even if the girl is more of a turn-up type, more of a ratchet type, that doesn't negate her humanity, and it doesn't negate her character arc and who she's becoming. And obviously you raised a daughter that sees something in that individual that they like and that they're attracted to and is kindred to them. And Tammy, give me a break. Tammy is the same person who was the turn-up queen on Basketball Wives. Was ready to fight, was ready to scrap, was ready to pull hair, was ready to get into the pieces with the girls at any given time. Was she not? She came in and she was called ghetto. She was scrutinized for being on food stamps. She was judged and she was counted out. So to project that same type of judgment onto the next person just because you've gotten a little older and a little bit more established in your career, you've forgotten where you came from.
Yep.
You are and that's why I would say, like, people who are used to being judged, it's disappointing when they choose to then judge.
That's true.
Blacks are used to being judged and disenfranchised in this country, and they turn that around and project it onto the LGBT community. It's pathetic and it's sad. It's division, and that's what she's doing. She's dividing her family. She's dividing herself from her daughter by doing this. And that's the thing. If you know she's gay, like, then what do you see it as? You don't take it seriously. She thinks it's a phase. Oh, I thought you just date a guy. And like I was saying earlier, it is okay to have plans for your children. I understand that you have intentions for them. I understand you wanting your child to have the nuclear family, to have the husband, the kids, the traditional way of doing things. I get that.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful life. Even going to church, I witnessed it, I saw it. If I could have fit into that paradigm, I would have been doing it with everybody else. It just was not authentic to me and my expression of my life. It wasn't authentic. For some, it is. And for those, I'm almost envious of them that they get to live this beautiful life where they get to have children and, you know, do things traditionally. That's great. Yeah. But if that's not who your child is, you need to start working on finding out how to love them the way that they are.
And to Kandi's point, this not your graduation.
Right.
This is her graduation. She should be able to choose who she wants.
And in this situation, she should choose her girlfriend.
Yeah.
Tammy can watch from home. She can watch the video, can recap.
Oh, damn. I wouldn't say Tammy to stay home.
She should.
I think that Tammy put her in a situation where she had to choose between her mom and
if
girlfriend.
she did, yes, but that's what Tammy's doing.
Yeah.
Tammy's putting her in a situation where she has to choose.
Well, she's obviously going to choose her mom, even
which is her choice.
Like,
but is that good for? But is that good for
person.
the girlfriend? And should she date should the girlfriend date someone who would choose their mother over them when their mother is displaying homophobia towards the child? I don't think so. It's a principle. And it's the same way why we didn't have a wedding, and if we had a wedding, our parents weren't going to be invited. Because this is not about including and coddling people who can't get past basic human sexuality expressions.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get past this, my love, then we're moving in different directions.
Right. And your piece is so flustered by...
Yeah, then don't come.
Yeah.
Then don't come. Like, I mean, that's just the reality of things. Go to your child graduation, who's straight and who you're comfortable around their partner. If it's so painful for you. But this graduation is my moment, and
You're hitting your mic.
and I want to be surrounded by people who I love and trust, and that love and trust me. So, and accept me for who I am.
And Kandi's daughter also had a lot to say about it too.
She's so Gen Z with it. She was so like, what's the issue? She's like, I don't think it should be an issue. Yeah, like, date who you want, love who you want. Like, she's very much on that wavelength.
Growing up in this household, do you have that same approach?
I don't feel like if I was to date a woman, I don't feel like I'd sit down and be like, look, Mom, we're gonna have this long, lengthy conversation. I feel like I'd just be like, hi, here's
so and so.
You would just pop up with the woman?
Right.
Yeah.
And do you
That
think
is something she would do.
And do you think that's because your mom comes from a space that is completely polar opposite of me?
No.
So you're comfortable
I think it's because
doing that?
I think I'm comfortable having other people be uncomfortable. So that I can be comfortable. I need to be like
She
that.
is. I admire that about her, is that she puts herself first.
And Kandi is on that same page with her. Kandi is very adventurous with her sex life, as we've seen on Real Housewives. She dropped a video of her and her husband on a yacht with a baddie the other day. I'm like, okay, like Todd living his best life, got 2 baddies with him. And that's their life. They can choose to have a third or do whatever they want and have fun. So Kandi, I think, is a fun thing. But Riley's like, I might date a girl one day. And we know Cynthia's daughter, Noelle, is dating a woman, or was dating a girl at one point.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's very normal. But I saw another clip this morning.
Same interview?
No.
Or different?
And before we get into that, I want to delve into confirmation bias.
Oh, that's what she said.
Because she was using the word confirmation bias a lot. Confirmation bias is the human tendency to favor, seek, and interpret information that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs while discounting or ignoring evidence that contradicts them. So if she's saying that, then she's basically telling on herself. She's saying, look, I can only listen to things I agree with. If I don't agree with it, I ignore it. And I think that she was saying it to be like, thinking it meant something more so like, this is like a natural, good human thing to do. Is that what it said? It's human tendency. So it's a tendency, but it's not a defense. It's you basically revealing your weakness in being able to interpret information that falls outside of the paradigm of which you already understand or are comfortable with. So confirmation bias is like, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Like, I'm talking to you,
say it
and
in the context of what I was saying, where she has thoughts about what the current person is like based on their past or something like that. Like she's confirming her bias based on what she is being presented.
That could be another way to look at it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Tammy's a weird lady.
Well, it seems as though she used it slightly off, but it almost is a Freudian slip, in my opinion, because it's like you're telling on yourself and saying that I only listen to things I already agree with.
Yeah.
Like, it's like me and you already agreed before we talked, and we agreed. Like, yeah, I knew it. I knew I was right.
Yeah.
But if you have a different opinion than me, it's like, what? Like, you're not open to learning new information. Yeah. So that's what confirmation bias is.
Well, what's the other clip you saw?
Yeah, let's get into that.
Maybe you met Tammy on this show, but we met Tammy on this show. Let me remind you who she is.
It takes an open-minded and caring person to work at a support center for gays and lesbians, which was one of your jobs while you were on the show. So I wanted to know, why is it that you had the biggest reaction to finding out that one of your roommates was a lesbian?
I just, for some reason, I know it sounds strange, but I was just thinking, she's gay and she has AIDS and she's going to be in my house. And it's sad to say that because I never really got the opportunity to know Beth. And, you know, I'm apologizing basically to her for that, but...
You think that's funny?
It's sad, but that's what I did. This is your gender.
Wow. Wow.
She's gay and she has AIDS and she's in my house.
And the AIDS are gonna jump on her or something?
Did she have AIDS?
Oh my
if
God,
she didn't have AIDS, that's even crazier.
But here goes the way that I am. I'm looking at the time frame they're filming this in. During that time, the AIDS, it was like an epidemic happening during that time. That's like the post era.
If you have AIDS, you're not on the real world. because you're chronically ill if you have AIDS. That means your T cell count has dropped so dramatically low that you're in critical condition and
we know
about to be in. No, they don't. Everyone
it's the
doesn't.
same thing about like the Taliban, 9/11, and then now all the people that are Islam are crazy.
Words matter. You say AIDS, you're implying that a person is terminally ill.
In those
HIV
days,
and AIDS are different things, and you're
I'm just
justifying
saying,
ignorance.
I'm not justifying. I'm saying in those days, people thought or viewed gays and lesbians as being this group of people that had that.
And that's wrong.
That's how they thought.
Right? So that's fine that that's how they think.
That was like a paradigm during that time. If you would have came out to your parents during that time, they would have been so afraid that you were going to get it because the community was rampant with it.
HIV and AIDS exist still to this day.
I know
it existed then. Of course, people were more ignorant about something multiple or over 50 years ago, however long it's been.
Yeah.
But
she was being honest.
That's
it doesn't
wrong.
make it right.
So when you're running around saying, oh, someone has AIDS, I know the person didn't have AIDS. Because you're not on the real world doing a reality show if you have AIDS. If you have HIV, then that's just a matter of educating the people around you, like, hey, I have HIV. I can't pass it on to you unless we have sex.
It's crazy because the lady probably didn't even have that.
And that's the thing, but the worst case scenario is that she didn't even have it.
Yeah.
And you directly are associating being gay with being ill.
Yeah.
Being chronically ill and about to die like next week. Which is freaking crazy, but this is a pattern with Tammy. This is a pattern with Tammy. Even the person asking the question was like, it takes incredible bravery to be a person that works with LGBTQ people. But why are you acting so shocked about this?
Yeah.
But we've seen time and time again that it's cool. Gays are cool and tolerated by straight women in certain spaces, but in more intimate spaces like in the home and in the family, it's like this terrible thing.
Yeah.
Someone can have a gay coworker and love them and kiki and gag and whoop-de-whoop, but let their son come out, and now you see their true colors.
Wow.
But this is a pattern with her. She's been homophobic since the 90s.
That's the thing. The internet is undefeated. It's going to dig up everything on you.
And it's crazy that we have that clip and that to have gone this far and made no growth.
I wouldn't say no growth. You say no growth?
Angelo, I don't know. I know that he's here to play devil's advocate.
I'm not playing devil's advocate, but
pissing
for
me
real,
off, but
for real, what you just showed me was very extreme, Tammy. What I'm seeing today in the interview with Kandi is a Tammy that is still loves her daughter fiercely, still is okay with her daughter being gay, but is working through her own biases, her own, like, she's still working on it. Like, and I just don't think that the gay aspect of her daughter is the overall gist of the conversation. It might be the root of it, but I feel like she's coming from more of a place of she's seen this rodeo with her daughter before and the people that she brings around, and she doesn't want her daughter to bring the people around until they are at a place with her daughter that is worthy of bringing them to the mom. And she also made we didn't talk about this, she made the correlation between, it's just like her bringing a man home. It's like you don't want to bring the man home to your kids until you know that the man is going to be around. Otherwise, you're going to just have a bunch of people coming in and out to your kids. So
it's not the same thing.
I mean, it's kind of similar. That she would expect her children to treat her the same way that she would treat them in that regard. That's what she said.
Oh, that's bullshit. Tammy isn't making any progress.
Any progress?
I see the same exact thing. Her going into like, okay, I'm about to speak intelligently. I'm gonna give a disclaimer, like I'm not trying to be like this or that, but I think exactly the way that I think. it's not, these concepts are not that difficult.
Yeah.
That confirmation bias, it's coming back because it's like, it doesn't matter the education piece. I don't really want to learn. I just want people to either agree with me or disagree with me. And the issue with that is now she went from that to giving birth to a person who is teaching her, who the universe is trying to teach her this lesson. God is trying to teach her this lesson, but she's resistant to the lesson. She does not want to learn. A person with a posture of wanting to grow and learn would have that. They would be like, okay, well, tell me more because I didn't know, like, da-da-da, like, tell me. But it's not that. It's like, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
This is my position. This is my stance.
And our mothers share that with Tammy.
Correct. And
they have a very strict and unmoving position.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, I think that it's better for them to still love you in that than be that way and not even like an African mama. You know, African moms, I hear, will kick you out of the tribe. You're done for. You can't. And other cultures, like, I don't know, you just hear about it. Other cultures ain't fucking with it. So,
well,
progress is relative.
A lot of people made comments about how her daughter was laughing it off and kind of hiding her pain in the laughter.
Obvious coping mechanism.
Also, clearly trying to protect her mom from looking bad, but also desperately wanting people to validate her in the experience that she's been having with her mom.
Yeah.
It shows her care and consideration for her mother. So to insinuate that, oh, I'm bringing someone around and I'm not considering the way that it's gonna affect my mom, that contradicts it because obviously she does. And when someone is a single mom or a single dad and they're dating new people and they're co-parenting and they have children, that is a situation in which it's appropriate to refrain from bringing multiple partners because they're literally children that you're exposing them to. They have a parent, an active parent already. So you are confusing the children who can't understand these concepts. Is Tammy a child?
No.
So, no, it's her child. So you need to be strong enough. Her child is not a child.
That's a good point.
So you need to be able to process adult concepts, process adult conversations and experiences.
Sweetheart, you unlocked another understanding. That is good. That is what a Libra is gonna do. Yeah. What you just unlocked for me is the fact that this daughter of her, what is her name? Alexandra?
Jazz or
Jazz?
something?
I don't know what the name is, sorry, but she's a grown woman.
I think she's in her late 20s.
Graduating college, not high school.
No, I think she's in her late 20s. I think she's maybe getting some master's degree or doctorate or something.
Oh, Tammy.
I wanted to, when Angelo brought the perspective to me, I wanted to, you know, kind of be open-minded. And I didn't really respond to it, you know, because I'm like, let me think about it. And I also don't want it to be a dog pile onto Tammy because we've learned to extend grace even to our mothers who are not super advanced on these topics, but our mothers are religious. I didn't hear her speak about religion. So without the religious context, you're just holding on to societal and your own personal biases.
Yeah.
So in that situation, it's not really even rooted in anything kind of supernatural. We kind of give them grace because we know that we can't change their minds about what they believe because they believe in something they can't even see. or listen to or feel or touch. So I can't disprove something that you're already believing with no evidence. You understand? But
so I think that this whole conversation changes when it is truly a child living under the rules and the jurisdiction of the mom and dad's house.
100%.
Versus when they're grown and out of the house, that's when parents need to understand that they don't own you.
They've done all they could.
It's my child. That was okay when the child, you actually had to protect it. Like you had to fiercely protect that thing so that is your child. Mm-hmm. But when it it actually got its own autonomy, it's grown, it can make its own decisions and everything. You have to let that go. You have to let her do what she gonna do. And learn from life.
Because now you're just holding her heart hostage.
Yeah.
You're saying, listen, until you change to my liking, I'm gonna withhold love from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna withhold acceptance from you. It's my only bargaining chip.
Wow.
It's all I've got. I'm gonna hold on to it until you change to my liking. Until you change yourself to be what I want you to be, I'm not gonna dismiss you, but they're not dismissing you in a selfish way. Because they just want to still have access to you. And they still want you coming around, and they still want their baby. And they still want you to think that they're a good person. But they're doing it for themselves, not for you, because they don't give a care about you. Because if they did, they would love you the way that you needed to be loved.
Damn.
Just how any relationship is. If I only loved him in the way that I wanted to love him and never loved him in the way that he wanted to be loved, that would make me a bad partner.
Right.
But your daughter is asking you, listen, I need you to...
That's why we have love languages.
I need you to elevate the way in which you love me.
Yeah.
And that's going to require a new level of acceptance, and Tammy will not accept that new level.
Wow.
And that is where a lot of these mothers' growth is stunting.
Yeah.
It's stunted. And it's unfortunate, But, God bless Tammy, God bless her daughter.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a Tammy bashing session because I don't want anyone to feel overwhelmed. I know she already is being bashed a lot, but she is just a victim of indoctrination. So many people just think the way that they think, and they've never had to think any different because it was never them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in America, it has to be us. It has to become us. It has to become, but it don't even work when it's their family, which should change something. But like I said, God is trying to send you a message, Tammy. Will you love your daughter unconditionally?
Nope. So sad.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a mother watching this, love your kids. If you're someone who's about to have a child, love your kids. Don't have a child if you can't love your child if they're gay. Don't do it. Don't do it because there's a chance they will be. Especially if you're homophobic and you're spiritual and you believe God is trying to teach you something.
Yeah. Well, that was the Tammy discourse. Drop in the comments, keep the conversation going. Like, how do you feel about it? Do you agree with Val? Do you agree with me? Do you have your own opinion on the matter? Let us know what you think. Yeah, make sure you get your merch. Wish B a happy birthday in the comments.
My birthday was yesterday.
We just celebrated his 25th birthday, somewhere in there. Yeah. Hope you enjoy this coffee and conversation.